Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson on figurative language. In this presentation, we are going to explore different types of figurative language commonly used in literature and everyday communication. We will learn what figurative language is, why writers use it, and how to identify techniques such as hyperbole, idioms, metaphors, similes, personification, and understatement. Figurative language is language that goes beyond the literal meaning of words. Instead of saying exactly what something means, the writer or speaker uses creative expressions to help readers imagine ideas, emotions, or situations more vividly. Literal language means exactly what the words say. Figurative language, on the other hand, requires the reader or listener to interpret the intended meaning. In other words, we must figure out what the speaker really means. There are many forms of figurative language. Today, we will focus on 6 important types: hyperbole, idiom, metaphor, personification, simile, understatement. Each one has a different purpose and effect on the reader. Let's explore them one by one. Hyperbole is an exaggeration used for emphasis or dramatic effect. The speaker intentionally says something that is not literally true in order to make a point stronger or more entertaining. The word hyperbole comes from Greek roots meaning to go beyond or to overstate. Hyperbole is very common in daily conversations, advertisements, songs, and literature because it helps express strong emotions or reactions. Let's look at some examples of hyperbole. The sentence, "I beat that game 80,000 years ago," exaggerates time to emphasize that the game was completed a long time ago. "Nobody listens to that song anymore" exaggerates by using the word nobody. "Old Mr. Johnson has been teaching since the Stone Age" humorously exaggerates the teacher's age. "These shoes are killing me" exaggerates discomfort. In each example, the statement is not literally true, but it creates a stronger emotional effect. An idiom is a common expression whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of the individual words. Idioms become part of everyday language because people use them frequently. Many idioms are actually examples of other figurative language techniques, such as metaphors, similes, or hyperboles. However, they are so common that native speakers often use them automatically, without thinking about their figurative meaning. Understanding idioms is important because they appear frequently in conversations, movies, songs, and literature. Here are some examples of idioms. The icing on the cake means an additional benefit or positive thing. Like a chicken with its head cut off describes someone acting in a chaotic or nervous way. Running out of steam means losing energy or motivation. Cost an arm and a leg means something is very expensive. Actions speak louder than words means that behavior is more meaningful than promises or statements. These expressions should not be interpreted literally. A metaphor is a direct comparison between two different things without using the words like or as. A metaphor suggests that one thing actually is another thing in order to create a vivid image or deeper meaning. Metaphors are powerful because they help readers understand ideas emotionally and imaginatively. They are commonly used in poetry, literature, music, and everyday speech. Let's examine some examples of metaphors. The cast on Michael's broken leg was a plaster shackle, compares the cast to a shackle, suggesting restriction. She was just a trophy to Ricardo, compares a person to an object that can be possessed. Waves of spam emails inundated his inbox, compares emails to ocean waves. Her eyes were fireflies, creates a vivid and beautiful image. In all of these examples, the comparison is direct and does not use like or as. A simile is a comparison between two unlike things, using the words like or as. Similes help readers visualize ideas more clearly by connecting unfamiliar ideas with familiar images. Because similes use signal words such as like or as, they are usually easier to identify than metaphors. However, not every sentence containing like or as is a simile. A true simile must make a comparison. Now let's look at some similes. My mother's kitchen was like a holy place, compares the kitchen to a sacred place. The bottle rolled off the table like a teardrop, creates a visual comparison. The handshake felt like warm laundry, compares warmth and comfort. She hung her head like a dying flower, suggests sadness or weakness. Arguing with her was like dueling with hand grenades, emphasizes danger and intensity. These comparisons make the descriptions more vivid and expressive. Personification happens when human qualities or actions are given to objects, ideas, or natural forces. This technique helps make descriptions more emotional, imaginative, or dramatic. For example, writers may describe the wind as whispering or the sun as smiling. Personification is especially common in poetry and storytelling because it helps create vivid imagery. Here are some examples of personification. The moon turned over to face the day gives the moon a human action. One unhappy icicle wasted away in the day gives the icicle emotions. The traffic noises argued long into the night treats sounds like people having a debate. The angry storm pounded the shelter gives the storm human anger. These examples help readers imagine objects and nature as if they were alive. Understatement is the opposite of hyperbole. Instead of exaggerating, the speaker intentionally presents something as less important, serious, or intense than it really is. Understatement is often used for humor, irony, or to soften negative situations. This technique can create a calm or sarcastic tone, depending on the context. Let's examine some examples of understatement. Saying, Elon Musk has a few nickels to rub together, minimizes great wealth. It might take her a little while to get over her husband's affair, minimizes an emotionally painful situation. Maybe the middle of the street isn't the best place for your child to play, downplays a dangerous situation. In each example, the speaker intentionally reduces the seriousness of the reality. To conclude, figurative language is an essential part of communication and literature. It allows writers and speakers to express ideas creatively, emotionally, and powerfully. Today, we explored 6 important types of figurative language: hyperbole, idiom, metaphor, simile, personification, understatement. Recognizing these techniques helps us better understand literature and become more expressive communicators ourselves. Thank you for watching, and I hope this lesson helps you identify figurative language more confidently in your reading and writing.